Hi, it's Marty Millner with Coldwell Banker Hearthside Realtors in beautiful Newtown, Bucks County, PA today. Hope everybody's having a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about tax appeals. I've written pretty extensively over the years about the process of filing for tax appeals. I got a call this week from someone in the community that was interested in understanding how you go about the process of filing an appeal. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and kind of help with that. So the first question, how do you go about appealing your taxes? Everybody thinks their property taxes are too high. I think that's more or less universally true. First thing is you have to look at your assessment, and in Bucks County, the assessment is sort of a strange number. If you have an assessment, just as an example, property assessed at $50,000, which you can find on your tax bill, or I can look it up for you in public records if you're curious. Your assessment is supposed to represent 10.4% of the fair market value. Again, if your property is assessed at $50,000 in Bucks County, that would represent approximately a tax market value of $480,000. So filing an appeal, how do you go about appealing that? First thing is you have to go to the buckscounty.org website. If you can't find it, I can help get you the form. There's an assessment appeal form. It's pretty straightforward. It's a $35 charge. There's a couple of options if you do want to appeal. The first option is to do it yourself. So you fill out the form. I'll talk in a couple minutes about what information is required. The second option is there are attorneys that will handle an appeal for you. Generally speaking, if attorneys do it, they'll charge you a percentage of what your first year savings would be if they're successful, and then going forward, obviously you would derive the benefit of the reduced assessments, so your property taxes would be lower. So on the appeal form, essentially there's some options. You can either do an appraisal, get an appraisal done, which you would need in order to substantiate that the value of your house is actually less than the value at which it's being taxed. So you can do hire an appraiser. I can recommend someone if need be. You can also on the form include 3 comparable properties, and they actually explain this in the in the rules for filing an appeal on the website, the buckscounty.org website. But basically similar location. That certainly means it has to be in the same municipality. So if your house is in Lower Makefield Township, the comps would need to be in Lower Makefield Township. Similar size, amenities, lot size, etc. And they have to be relatively recent. I believe on the form it allows you to go back 18 months. Again, for people that reach out to me looking for help in filing the appeals, I can usually be helpful, although I'm not a lawyer or an accountant. I can usually be helpful in finding some comparable properties that can help support your argument. And I've seen some really amazing opportunities in filing appeals. I had somebody a couple of years ago that unfortunately I didn't represent this person when she bought the house, but she was in a development in Wrightstown, relatively new, and in fairness to this particular new owner, her taxes honestly were about 30% higher than they really should have been based on the price that she had paid for the house. If you have settled recently, you can use your settlement statement, but that can't be the only supporting documentation. And again, that's explained on the website. So it's a little bit complicated in terms of gathering the data. The process itself is very, very simple. So again, if you're curious about what your assessment means in terms of market value, if you're curious to know whether you have a case or not to appeal, I'd be glad to try and help you with that. You can reach out to me at 215-519-1399. Send me an email or a text. be glad to try and help take some of the mystery out of filing a tax appeal for property taxes. Just a note, because we're getting close to the deadline for this for this year's appeal. August 1st is the deadline. So depending on when you're watching this, if you are going to do it for this taxing period, you really need to make a decision quickly. So again, if you have any questions real estate related, feel free to call me, 215-519-1399. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.